You said it looks too crowded, so we let it pass us by. The next one had an empty seat, but neither moved at all. We kept on talking softly while the evening shadows fell. By bus number 3 we laughed, because our reason was untrue. We were only missing buses to have more time for two. The bus stop where we missed 3 buses still keeps the sound of all our nervous laughter. Every engine came and went, every red light turned to green, but neither wanted to disturb the sweetest in between. At last you climbed aboard and took the window view, while my first love stood beside the road and waved to you. The shelter has been painted and the route has changed its line, but I remember every little pause we stretched through time. You told me about your family, the songs you loved to hear, and every passing bus made what I felt become more clear. We never called it dating, we had nowhere else to be. Just 2 young hearts discovering how long 1 hour could feel. The bus stop where we missed 3 buses still keeps the sound of all our nervous laughter. Every engine came and went, every red light turned to green, but neither wanted to disturb the sweetest in between. At last you climbed aboard and took the window view, while my first love stood beside the road and waved to you. Sometimes love is choosing not to leave when leaving would be wise. Sometimes it is 3 quiet buses passing under evening skies. The bus stop where we missed 3 buses still brings me back whenever twilight passes. Every engine came and went, but one true feeling stayed. A first love built from minutes we were brave enough to save. At last you climbed aboard, yet something still came through. The road kept moving forward, but my heart remained with you. My heart remained with you. At that old bus stop. You handed me a cassette with my name in careful blue, a list of songs and little notes you copied down there too. You said it's nothing special, then you hurried down the hall, but I knew every chosen melody was saying something more. That evening in my bedroom I pressed play and closed the door. Your voice said, hope you like it. love sound like someone making one brave choice. The ribbon may be tangled, the player may be gone, but the feeling in that mixtape keeps forever playing on. I rewound every favorite until the labels wore away, and carried it inside my bag through every school time day. Sometimes the tape ran slowly, sometimes music bent in tone, but even through the static I could feel I was not alone. Years later, in a moving box, I found that plastic case and heard your spoken greeting, bring the past into the place. The cassette tape you recorded just for me turned ordinary songs into our secret history. Each click between the tracks, each breath before your voice made first love sound like someone making one brave choice. The ribbon may be tangled, the player may be gone, but the feeling in that mixtape keeps forever playing on. I cannot play it anymore, but I remember every part, because the truest recording was the one inside my heart. The cassette tape you recorded just for me still spins behind the silence like a warm old memory. Each click between the tracks returns your nervous voice and reminds me how first love begins with one small choice. The ribbon may be tangled, but the tenderness lives on. Your handmade little message is my never-ending song. My never-ending song, still playing on. We met beneath the marquee on a windy Friday night. You bought 2 paper tickets and held both beneath the light. Inside the crowded theater, our elbows touched by chance, and every scene upon the screen felt softer than romance. You offered me the popcorn, then our fingers met halfway. I missed the ending of the film, but remembered every sway. The first movie ticket we kept between the pages stayed bright while we grew older through the changes. A little printed date, 2 seats in the back row, a first love moving quietly where only we could know. The picture faded, all the actors left the screen, but I still feel the wonder of the night we were 16. We walked beneath the neon after everyone had gone, retelling every moment just to keep the evening on. At my gate you gave a ticket, torn exactly down the side and said you keep this half of it with happiness you tried to hide. I pressed it in a novel where it slept through passing years, a fragile little doorway into laughter, hope and fear. The first movie ticket we kept between the pages stayed bright while we grew older through the changes. A little printed date, 2 seats in the back row, a first love moving quietly where only we could know. The picture faded, all the actors left the screen, but I still feel the wonder of the night we were 16. The story on the screen is gone, I cannot name the cast, but the walk home after midnight is the part that always lasts. The first movie ticket we kept between the pages still plays a silent film inside my memory stages. A little printed date, 2 hearts afraid to show how much one Friday evening had begun to make them glow. The picture faded, but one scene remains with me, your shy hand finding mine where no one else could see, where no one else could see. Our first movie night. You took my graduation book beneath the maple tree and covered up your message so I could not watch or see. You wrote for several minutes, then you closed it with a grin and said, "Don't read it now, wait till the evening settles in." I found your careful words beneath the glass of spring. Wherever life may take you, please remember everything. The graduation album page you signed for me still holds the last young version of who we used to be. You drew sunrise and wrote, "Don't lose your way." I did not know those tender words would be our last goodbye that day. The caps flew high, the crowd moved on from view, but every road I followed kept a sentence left by you. Carried that old album through apartments, towns, and years. Sometimes your faded message brought a smile, sometimes tears. You never said, "I love you," yet between each written line was all the quiet tenderness your young heart gave to mine. We promised we would write, but life grew wide and fast. The album kept the doorway when the letters could not last. The graduation album page you signed for me still holds the last young version of who we used to be. You drew a little sunrise did not know those tender words would be our last goodbye that day. The caps flew high, the crowd moved on from view, but every road I followed kept a sentence left by you. I hope you found your sunrise and the life you wanted then. Your message helped me find my path again and yet the graduation album page you signed for me no longer feels like ending, but a gift that set me free. You drew a little sunrise, and somehow it came true, because the courage in those words kept carrying me through. The years moved on, but one warm sentence stayed. My first love gave me light before we walked our separate ways. Our separate ways. Your sunrise stays. You borrowed my blue pencil by the history shelf at 4, then smiled and wrote 10 numbers on the card inside my book. You said in case you need the notes, and quickly looked away. I read that little row of ink 100 times that day. The library was silent, but my heart was far too loud. Your careful handwriting felt like sunlight through a cloud. The library card where you wrote your number made that quiet autumn afternoon feel like summer. A tiny line of ink, a secret meant for two, was my first open doorway leading straight to you. I kept it in my pocket like a lucky star, and dreamed about your voice before I ever called. The book was due on Monday, but I could not let it go. I traced the fading numbers every evening, soft and slow. At last I turned the dial and nearly hung up twice. Then you answered with my name, and everything felt right. We talked until the librarian's card had lost its edge and blue. A borrowed little book became the start of me and you. The library card where you wrote your number made that quiet autumn afternoon feel like summer. A tiny line of ink, a secret meant for two, was my first open doorway leading straight to you. I kept it in my pocket like a lucky star, and dreamed about your voice before I ever called. The book is gone, the number changed, But first love often begins with something small enough to trust. The library card where you wrote your number still warms the quiet places when I stop and remember. A tiny line of ink, a brave and gentle clue, showed my younger heart the road that led to you. No card remains, but in my memories drawer, your handwriting still opens that old library door. That old library door. Your number once more. You tried the bottle toss game at the fair beside the lake. 3 coins and 7 chances for a silver ring to take. You missed the first 6 bottles, then the final one fell down. You held the little prize up like the jewel of the town. You slipped it on my finger with a laugh, both brave and shy. Sky. The little silver ring you won at the fair was worth more than any gold because you placed it there. It turned my finger green, but I wore it every day. A first love crown from someone who had nothing grand to say. The music stopped, the Ferris wheel grew still, but that tiny ring keeps circling through my memory still. I kept it in a matchbox after it became too small, beside a faded ticket and a pressed leaf from the fall. Its shine had nearly vanished, but I saw measured by the price a person pays. It is found in how a simple gift can light 1,000 days. A little silver ring you won at the fair still shines whenever summer music flows. The early train was nearly empty, washed in winter gray. You sat beside the window with your books put away. The gentle rhythm rocked us as the suburbs passed from view. And slowly, without warning, your head leaned close and true. It rested on my shoulder, and I hardly dared to breathe. I watched the pale sun rising through the bare and silver trees. The morning train ride, when you fell asleep beside me, made the whole wide rushing world move quiet and lightly. Your hair against my collar, your hand near mine below. First love holding still while every mile began to go. I wish the final station would be somewhere far away, so I could keep that tender weight forever through the day. You woke before a stop and quickly moved your head, then smiled as if the moment had been something never said. We gathered up our school bags and stepped onto the street, but all day long my shoulder kept the memory of your sleep. No kiss, no spoken promise, only trust without a name. Yet after that one train ride, nothing in my heart was sane. The morning train ride, when you fell asleep beside me, made the whole wide rushing world move quiet and lightly. Your hair against my collar, your hand near mine below. A first love holding still while every mile began to go. I wish the final station would be somewhere far away, so I could keep that tender weight forever through the day. The train ran on through years and towns we never knew back then, but sometimes morning windows bring your sleeping face again. The morning train ride, when you fell asleep beside me, still slow as the rushing world whenever memories find me. Your hair against my collar, the sunrise turning gold, taught my young heart tenderness without a word being told. The train reached its station, but one feeling chose to stay. My first love rests beside me in the quiet of that day. The quiet of that day. On the morning train. telephone rang softly just a little after 9. My mother called my name and said a friend was on the line. I carried every heartbeat down the hallway to the chair and tried to sound so ordinary when I heard you waiting there. We spoke about our homework, though neither cared at all. The silence between sentences became the sweetest call. The night you called my house for the first time, even the hallway clock began to sound like rhyme. Your voice came through the wire, warm and low, and made my little world feel larger than I knew. I whispered so my family would not hear, but every word you gave me stayed perfectly clear. I can still see the yellow lamp, the cord curled in my hand, the way we made small questions last as long as we had planned. You said, I guess I'll see you, then you waited for goodbye, and I held the silent receiver while the minutes wandered by. No message on a screen could hold the wonder of that tone. The first time someone special made a crowded house feel alone. The night you called my house for the first time, even the hallway clock began to sound like rhyme. Your voice came through the wire, warm and low, and made my little world feel larger than I knew. I whispered so my family would not hear, but every word you gave me stayed perfectly clear. The number has been lost now, and the old phone disappeared, but one shy call still travels through the distance of the years. The night you called my house for the first time, I learned a simple voice could make a young heart shine. The wire is gone, but something still comes through, a little spark of first love carrying me to you. I finally said goodbye, but even now I hear that soft hello returning, tender and clear. Tender and clear. Your first hello. I should have copied lessons from the blackboard on the wall. Instead I drew your initials where the blue ink shadows fall. I circled them with flowers, then erased them when you came. But every faded pencil mark still looked a little like your name. You asked to borrow paper, and I tore the corner fast, afraid might discover where my secret heart was cast. A notebook margin filled with your initials held all my first love dreams in tiny symbols. Between the dates and homework hidden out of sight, I wrote a whole forever in the corner every night. No one knew the meaning of those letters too, but every little line was leading back to you. I found that school book yesterday inside an old brown case. The pages smelled of chalk and rain, and youth returned in place. The lessons made no sense now, but the margin spoke so clear of a shy heart learning how to keep somebody near. I never told you then, and maybe that was for the best. Some first loves live most gently when they remain unexpressed. The notebook margin filled with your initials held all my first love dreams in tiny symbols. Between the dates and homework hidden out of sight, I wrote a whole forever in the corner every night. No one knew the meaning of those letters too, but every little line was leading back to you. The ink has nearly vanished, but the feeling still survives. A small and secret alphabet from our unfinished lives. The notebook margin filled with your initials now feels less like sorrow, more like something beautiful. Between the dates and homework, a younger heart was true, and every little flower was a quiet gift to you. No one knew the meaning, but after all these years, those letters still can open every smile and every tear. Every smile and tear, your initials here. We stepped inside the photo booth beside the county fair. You fixed the collar of my shirt and tried to smooth your hair. The first flash caught us laughing, the second caught us still. The third one found your cheek against my shoulder by your will. The final flash surprised us and our faces turned too near. That little strip of pictures held the happiest kind of fear. The photo booth strip hidden in my wallet kept our first love safe, where time could never call it. 4 tiny frames, one afternoon of light, a laugh, a look, a closeness, neither planned that night. The colors faded slowly, but the feeling stayed. jobs in cities far away. The edges grew much softer, but I never threw it away. Sometimes when life felt heavy, I would open up the fold and meet the two young dreamers who believed they would not grow old. We did grow old in separate lives, as people often do, yet one small strip remembers how the world began with you. The photo booth strip hidden in my wallet kept our first love safe, where time could never call it. 4 tiny frames, one afternoon of light, a laugh, a look, a closeness, neither planned that night. The colors faded slowly, but the feeling stayed complete. Your young face still turns toward mine whenever memories meet. A photograph can only hold a fraction of a day, but sometimes one small fraction keeps a lifetime from decay. The photo booth strip hidden in my wallet no longer makes me wish to stop the years or stall them. 4 tiny frames still shine with honest light, a laugh, a look, 2 hearts becoming brave that night. The colors faded slowly, yet gratitude remains. My first love smiles forever through those little window frames. Little window frames. Your smile remains. The summer storm came suddenly beside the football field. We ran beneath the bleachers while the thunder shook the steel. My thin white shirt was soaking, and I laughed to hide the cold. You took your yellow raincoat off and wrapped me in its fold. It smelled of rain and cedar, and your hands were warm and kind. That little act of caring never left my heart behind. The raincoat you placed around my shoulders made a frightened summer evening feel much warmer. No promise passed between us, no confession crossed the air, but first love found a language in the simple way you care. The storm moved on, the clouds divided blue, yet I carried home a little piece of you. For weeks I kept the raincoat hanging by my bedroom door, too shy to give it back because it meant a little more. At last I brought it folded on a bright September day. You smiled and said, I wondered when, then slowly walked away. I wished I had the courage to explain what I had known, that warmth can stay inside you after borrowed clothes go home. The raincoat you placed around my shoulders made a frightened summer evening much warmer. No promise passed between us, no confession crossed the air. But first love found a language in the simple way you care. The storm moved on, the clouds divided blue, yet I carried home a little piece of you. Some people leave us flowers, some people leave a phrase. You left me one kind gesture that still shelters rainy days. The raincoat you placed around my shoulders still returns whenever summer thunder rolls over. No promise passed between us, but the memory remains, a gentle yellow shelter in the middle of the rain. The storm moved on, but kindness carried through and taught my first young heart what love could do. What love could do. In a yellow raincoat. The corner diner shimmered in the heat of late July. You ordered strawberry soda and slid the glass to my side. Two paper straws were bending while the jukebox played behind. I tried to hide the happiness that must have crossed my mind. Your cherry floated slowly and you gave it up to me. That tiny act of sweetness felt like all love ought to be. The strawberry soda we shared at the corner diner made that summer afternoon taste brighter and kinder. One glass between us, two straws side by side. A first love neither one of us was old enough to hide. The bubbles disappeared, the ice became a stream. But all these years later, I can still taste that dream. The diner closed one winter and the jukebox went away. A pharmacy now stands there where we spent that golden day. Still every strawberry flavor brings the counter into view. The chrome, the spinning stools, and all my nervous joy with you. We counted coins together and stayed longer than we should, because an ordinary hour with you felt endlessly good. The strawberry soda we shared at the corner diner made that summer afternoon taste brighter and kinder. One glass between us, two straws side by side. A first love neither one of us was old enough to hide. The bubbles disappeared, the ice became a stream. But all these years later, I can still taste that dream. Some memories are music, some are colors passing through, and some return as sweetness on an afternoon in June. The strawberry soda we shared at the corner diner still makes the oldest part of me feel younger and lighter. One glass picked everyone indoors that quiet Sunday noon. We sat beside the window where the curtains caught the gloom. You read the first page softly, then I read the second one. And every chapter felt like something only we had begun. Our hands met on the page each time we tried to turn it through. The story held two strangers, but I only watched at you. The Sunday afternoon we read the same book. Lives in every quiet room and every gentle look. One story between us, one window full of rain. A first love growing softly without knowing its own name. We never reached the ending before the daylight went, but I have carried every unfinished chapter that we spent. I found another copy in a shop beside the square, and opened to the sentence where you tucked a strand of hair. I could not buy the book, it felt too close to what had been. So I returned it to the shelf and let the rain begin. Perhaps you finished reading and forgot the final line. I only know the middle of that story still feels mine. The Sunday afternoon we read the same book. Lives in every quiet room and every gentle look. One story between us, one window full of rain. A first love growing softly without knowing its own name. We never reached the ending before the daylight went, but I have carried every unfinished chapter that we spent. Not every story needs an end to leave its meaning true. Some close between two pages and remain a part of you. The Sunday afternoon we read the same book. Still opens in my memory with one familiar look. One story between us, one window full of rain. A first love written gently where no ending can erase. We never reach the final page, yet I understand the sweetest chapter of my youth was reading close at hand. Reading close at hand. That Sunday afternoon. The snow had covered every step before the morning bell. I opened up the front door and could hardly hardly trust myself. You stood beneath the porch light with your scarf around your chin, holding 2 warm cups of cocoa and a shy, uncertain grin. You said the buses might be late, so we should walk instead. The cold made clouds around us while the sky turned softly red. The winter morning you waited outside my door made the frozen little world feel warmer than before. Your footprints crossed the silence, your hands were turning blue, but you had crossed the neighborhood just to walk with me to school. The snow fell slow, the whole street disappeared, and first love felt like someone choosing to be near. We shared one pair of mittens when you gave your left to me, and laughed each time our footsteps lost their rhythm in the street. At school we shook the snow away and went to separate rooms, but all day long my heart still smelled of cocoa and perfume. I never asked how early you had risen in the cold. Some kindness is too precious for a younger heart to hold. The winter morning you waited outside my door made the frozen little world feel warmer than before. Your footprints crossed the silence, your hands were turning blue, but you had crossed the neighborhood just to walk with me to school. The snow fell slow, the whole street disappeared, and first love felt like someone choosing to be near. Many winters followed, many roads were lost in white, but none have held the warmth of seeing you beneath that light. The winter morning you waited outside my door still warms the quiet places winter opens once more. Your footprints crossed the silence and taught my heart to see that love can be as simple as a walk through snow with me. The snow fell slow, but one truth still appears. First love is someone waiting through the cold and through the years. Through the years outside my door. The number 7 bus came by at 20 after 5. You said it looks too crowded, so we let it pass us by. The next one had an empty seat, but neither moved at all. We kept on talking softly while the evening shadows fell. By bus number 3 we laughed because our reason was untrue. We were only missing buses to have more time for two. neither wanted to disturb the sweetest in between. At last you climbed aboard and took the window view, while my first love stood beside the road and waved to you. The shelter has been painted and the route has changed its line, but I remember every little pause we stretched through time. You told me about your family, the songs you loved to hear, and every passing bus made what I felt become more clear. We never called it dating, we had nowhere else to be, just two young hearts discovering how long 1 hour could feel. The bus stop where we missed 3 buses still keeps the sound of all our nervous laughter. Every engine came and went, every red light turned to green, but neither wanted to disturb the sweetest in between. At last you climbed aboard and took the window view, while my first love stood beside the road and waved to you. Sometimes love is choosing not to leave when leaving would be wise. Sometimes it is 3 quiet buses passing under evening skies. The bus stop where we missed 3 buses still brings me back whenever twilight passes. Every engine came and went, but one true feeling stayed. A first love built from minutes we were brave enough to save. At last you climbed aboard, yet something still came through. The road kept moving forward, but my heart remained with you. My heart remained with you. At that old bus stop, you handed me a cassette with my name in careful blue, a list of songs and little notes you copied down there too. You said it's nothing special, then you hurried down the hall, but I knew every chosen melody was saying something more. That evening in my bedroom I pressed play and closed the door. Your voice said, hope you like it, and my heart began to soar. The cassette tape you recorded just for me turned ordinary songs into our secret history. Each click between the tracks, each breath before your voice made first love sound like someone making one brave choice. The ribbon may be tangled, the player may be gone, but the feeling in that mixtape keeps forever playing on. I rewound every favorite until the labels wore away. tape ran slowly, sometimes music bent in tone. But even through the static, I could feel I was not alone. Years later, in a moving box, I found that plastic case and heard your spoken greeting. Bring the past into the place. The cassette tape you recorded just for me turned ordinary songs into our secret history. Each click between the tracks, each breath before your voice made first love sound like someone making one brave choice. The ribbon may be tangled, the player may be gone, but the feeling in that mixtape keeps forever playing on. I cannot play it anymore, but I remember every part, because the truest recording was the one inside my heart. The cassette tape you recorded just for me still spins behind the silence like a warm old memory. Each click between the tracks returns your nervous voice and reminds me how first love begins with one small choice. The ribbon may be tangled, but the tenderness lives on. Your handmade little message is my never-ending song. My never-ending song, still playing on. We met beneath the marquee on a windy Friday night. You bought 2 paper tickets and held both beneath the light. Inside the crowded theater, our elbows touched by chance, and every scene upon the screen felt softer than romance. You offered me the popcorn, then our fingers met halfway. I missed the ending of the film, but remembered every sway. The first movie ticket we kept between the pages stayed bright while we grew older through the changes. A little printed date, 2 seats in the back row. A first love moving quietly where only we could know. The picture faded, all the actors left the screen, but I still feel the wonder of the night we were 16. We walked beneath the neon after everyone had gone, retelling every moment just to keep the evening on. At my gate you gave the ticket, torn exactly down the side, and said you keep this half of it with happiness you tried to hide. I pressed it in a novel where it slept through passing years, a fragile little doorway into laughter, hope and fear. The first movie ticket we kept between the pages stayed bright while we grew older through the changes. A little printed date, 2 seats might grow. A first love moving quietly, where only we could know. The picture faded, all the actors left the screen, but I still feel the wonder of the night we were 16. The story on the screen is gone, I cannot name the cast, but the walk home after midnight is the part that always lasts. The first movie ticket we kept between the pages still plays a silent film inside my memory stages. A little printed date, two hearts afraid to show how much one Friday evening had begun to make them glow. The picture faded, but one scene remains with me, your shy hand finding mine where no one else could see, where no one else could see. Our first movie night. You took my graduation book beneath the maple tree and covered up your message so I could not watch or see. You wrote for several minutes, then you closed it with a grin and said, "Don't read it now, wait till the evening settles in." At home I found your careful words beneath the glass of spring. Wherever life may take you, please remember everything. The graduation album page you signed for me still holds the last young version of who we used to be. You drew a little sunrise and wrote, "Don't lose your way." I did not know those tender words would be our last goodbye that day. The caps flew high, the crowd moved on from view, but every road I followed kept a sentence left by you. I carried that old album through apartments, towns, and years. Sometimes your faded message brought a smile, sometimes tears. You never said, "I love you," yet between each written line was all the quiet tenderness your young heart gave to mine. We promised we would write, but life grew wide and fast. The album kept the doorway when the letters could not last. The graduation album page you signed for me still holds the last young version of who we used to be. You drew a little sunrise and wrote, "Don't lose your way." I did not know those tender words would be our last goodbye that day. The caps flew high, the crowd moved on from view, but every road I followed kept a sentence left by you. I hope you found your sunrise and the life you wanted then. Your message helped me find my path again and yet again. The graduation album page you signed for me no longer feels like ending, but a gift that set me free. You drew a little sunrise, and somehow it came true, because the courage in those words kept carrying me through. The years moved on, but one warm sentence stayed. My first love gave me light before we walked our separate ways. Our separate ways. Your sunrise stays. You borrowed my blue pencil by the history shelf at 4, then smiled and wrote 10 numbers on the card inside my book. You said in case you need the notes, and quickly looked away. I read that little row of ink 100 times that day. The library was silent, but my heart was far too loud. Your careful handwriting felt like sunlight through a cloud. The library card where you wrote your number made that quiet autumn afternoon feel like summer. A tiny line of ink, a secret meant for two, was my first open doorway leading straight to you. I kept it in my pocket like a lucky star, and dreamed about your voice before I ever called. The book was due on Monday, but I could not let it go. I traced the fading numbers every evening, soft and slow. At last I turned the dial and nearly hung up twice. Then you answered with my name, and everything felt right. We talked until the librarian's card had lost its edge and blue. A borrowed little book became the start of me and you. The library card where you wrote your number made that quiet autumn afternoon feel like summer. A tiny line of ink, a secret meant for two, was my first open doorway leading straight to you. I kept it in my pocket like a lucky star, and dreamed about your voice before I ever called. The book is gone, the number changed, the paper turned to dust. But first love often begins with something small enough to trust. The library card where you wrote your number still warms the quiet places when I stop and remember. A tiny line of ink, a brave and gentle clue, opens that old library door. That old library door. Your number once more. Tried the bottle toss game at the fair beside the lake. 3 coins and 7 chances for a silver ring to take. You missed the first 6 bottles, then the final one fell down. You held the little prize up like the jewel of the town. You slipped it on my finger with a laugh, both brave and shy. Measured by the price a person pays. It is found in how a simple gift can light 1,000 days. The little silver ring you won at the fair still shines whenever summer music floats across the air. It turned my finger green, but made my young heart glow, and showed me love can sparkle without diamonds in a row. The midway closed, but gratitude remains. That tiny circle holds the joy no passing year can change. No year can change. The early train was nearly empty, washed in winter gray. You sat beside the window with your books put away. The gentle rhythm rocked us as the suburbs passed from view. And slowly, without warning, your head leaned close and true. It rested on my shoulder, and I hardly dared to breathe. I watched the pale sun rising through the bare and silver trees. The morning train ride, when you fell asleep beside me, made the whole wide rushing world move quiet and lightly. Your hair against my collar, your hand near mine below. First love holding still while every mile began to go. I wish the final station would be somewhere far away, so I could keep that tender weight forever through the day. Before a stop, and quickly moved your head, then smiled as if the moment had been something never said. We gathered up our school bags and stepped onto the street, but all day long my shoulder kept the memory of your sleep. No kiss, no spoken promise, only trust without a name. Yet after that one train ride, nothing in my heart was sane. The morning train ride, when you fell asleep beside me, made the whole wide rushing world move quiet and lightly. Your hair against my collar, your hand near mine below. A first love holding still while every mile began to go. I wish the final station would be somewhere far away, so I could keep that tender weight forever through the day. The train ran on through years and towns we never knew back then, but sometimes morning windows bring your sleeping face again. The morning train ride, when you fell asleep beside me, still slow as the rushing world whenever memories find me. Your hair against my collar, the sunrise turning gold, taught my young heart tenderness without a word being told. The train reached its station, but one feeling chose to stay. My first love rests beside me in the quiet of that day. The quiet of that day. On the morning train. The telephone rang softly just a little after 9. My mother called my name and said a friend was on the line. I carried every heartbeat down the hallway to the chair and tried to sound so ordinary when I heard you waiting there. We spoke about our homework, though neither cared at all. The silence between sentences became the sweetest call. The night you called my house for the first time, even the hallway clock began to sound like rhyme. Your voice came through the wire, warm and low, and made my little world feel larger than I knew. I whispered so my family would not hear, but every word you gave me stayed perfectly clear. I can still see the yellow lamp, the cord curled in my hand, the way we made small questions last as long as we had planned. You said, I guess I'll see you, then you waited for goodbye, and I held the silent receiver while the minutes wandered by. No message on a screen could hold the wonder of that tone. The first time someone special made a crowded house feel alone. The night you called my house for the first time, even the hallway clock began to sound like rhyme. Your voice came through the wire, warm and low, and made my little world feel larger than I knew. I whispered so my family would not hear, but every word you gave me stayed perfectly clear. The number has been lost now, and the old phone disappeared, but one shy call still travels through the distance of the years. The night you called my house for the first time, I learned a simple voice could make a young heart shine. The wire is gone, but something still comes through, a little spark of first love carrying me to you. I finally said goodbye, but even now I hear that soft hello returning, tender and clear, tender and clear. Your first hello. I should have copied lessons from the blackboard on the wall. Instead I drew your initials where the blue ink shadows fall. I circled them with flowers, then erased them when you came. But every faded pencil mark still looked a little like your name. You asked to borrow paper, and I tore the corner fast, afraid you might discover where my secret heart was cast. between the dates and homework, hidden out of sight. I wrote a whole forever in the corner every night. No one knew the meaning of those letters too, but every little line was leading back to you. I found that school book yesterday inside an old brown case. The pages smelled of chalk and rain, and youth returned in place. The lessons made no sense now, but the margin spoke so clear of a shy heart learning how to keep somebody near. I never told you then, and maybe that was for the best. Some first loves live most gently when they remain unexpressed. The notebook margin filled with your initials held all my first love dreams in tiny symbols. Between the dates and homework, hidden out of sight, I wrote a whole forever in the corner every night. No one knew the meaning of those letters too, but every little line was leading back to you. The ink has nearly vanished, but the feeling still survives. A small and secret alphabet from our unfinished lives. The notebook margin filled with your initials now feels less like sorrow, more like something beautiful. Between the dates and homework, a younger heart was true, and every little flower was a quiet gift to you. No one knew the meaning, but after all these years, those letters still can open every smile and every tear. Every smile and tear, your initials here. We stepped inside the photo booth beside the county fair. You fixed the collar of my shirt and tried to smooth your hair. The first flash caught us laughing, the second caught us still. The third one found your cheek against my shoulder by your will. The final flash surprised us and our faces turned too near. That little strip of pictures held the happiest kind of fear. The photo booth strip hidden in my wallet kept our first love safe, where time could never call it. 4 tiny frames, one afternoon of light, a laugh, a look, a closeness, neither planned that night. The colors faded slowly, but the feeling stayed complete. Your young face still turns toward mine whenever memories meet. I carried it through college jobs and cities far away. The edges voice grew much softer, but I never threw it away. Sometimes when life felt heavy, I would open up the fold and meet the two young dreamers who believed they would not grow old. We did grow old in separate lives, as people often do, yet one small strip remembers how the world began with you. The photo booth strip hidden in my wallet kept our first love safe, where time could never call it. 4 tiny frames, one afternoon of light, a laugh, a look, a closeness, neither planned that night. The colors faded slowly, but the feeling stayed complete. Your young face still turns toward mine whenever memories meet. A photograph can only hold a fraction of a day, but sometimes one small fraction keeps a lifetime from decay. The photo booth strip hidden in my wallet no longer makes me wish to stop the years or stall them. 4 tiny frames still shine with honest light, a laugh, a look, 2 hearts becoming brave that night. The colors faded slowly, yet gratitude remains. My first love smiles forever through those little window frames. Little window frames. Your smile remains. The summer storm came suddenly beside the football field. We ran beneath the bleachers while the thunder shook the steel. My thin white shirt was soaking, and I laughed to hide the cold. You took your yellow raincoat off and wrapped me in its fold. It smelled of rain and cedar, and your hands were warm and kind. That little act of caring never left my heart behind. The raincoat you placed around my shoulders made a frightened summer evening feel much warmer. No promise passed between us, no confession crossed the air, but first love found a language in the simple way you care. The storm moved on, the clouds divided blue, yet I carried home a little piece of you. For weeks I kept the raincoat hanging by my bedroom door, too shy to give it back because it meant a little more. At last I brought it folded on a bright September day. You smiled and said, I wondered when, then slowly walked away. I wished I had the courage to explain what I had known, that warmth can stay inside you after borrowed clothes go home. The raincoat you placed around my shoulders made a frightened summer evening feel much warmer. No is the raincoat you placed around my shoulders still returns whenever summer thunder rolls over. No promise passed between us, but the memory remains, a gentle yellow shelter in the middle of the rain. The storm moved on, but kindness carried through and taught my first young heart what love could do. What love could do. In a yellow raincoat. The corner diner shimmered in the heat of late July. You ordered strawberry soda and slid the glass to my side. Two paper straws were bending while the jukebox played behind. I tried to hide the happiness that must have crossed my mind. Your cherry floated slowly and you gave it up to me. That tiny act of sweetness felt like all love ought to be. The strawberry soda we shared at the corner diner made that summer afternoon taste brighter and kinder. One glass between us, two straws side by side. A first love neither one of us was old enough to hide. The bubbles disappeared, the ice became a stream. But all these years later, I can still taste that dream. The diner closed one winter and the jukebox went away. A pharmacy now stands there where we spent that golden day. Still every strawberry flavor brings the counter into view. The chrome, the spinning stools, and all my nervous joy with you. We counted coins together and stayed longer than we should, because an ordinary hour with you felt endlessly good. The strawberry soda we shared at the corner diner made that summer afternoon taste brighter and kinder. One glass between us, two straws side by side. A first love neither one of us was old enough to hide. The bubbles disappeared, the ice became a stream. But all these years later, I can still taste that dream. Some memories are music, some are colors passing through, and some return as sweetness on an afternoon in June. The strawberry soda everyone indoors that quiet Sunday noon. We sat beside the window where the curtains caught the gloom. You read the first page softly, then I read the second one, and every chapter felt like something only we had begun. Our hands met on the page each time we tried to turn it through. The story held two strangers, but I only watched at you. The Sunday afternoon we read the same book, lives in every quiet room and every gentle look. One story between us, one window full of rain, a first love growing softly without knowing its own name. We never reached the ending before the daylight went, but I have carried every unfinished chapter that we spent. I found another copy in a shop beside the square, and opened to the sentence where you tucked a strand of hair. I could not buy the book, it felt too close to what had been, so I returned it to the shelf and let the rain begin. Perhaps you finished reading and forgot the final line. I only know the middle of that story still feels mine. Sunday afternoon we read the same book, lives in every quiet room and every gentle look. One story between us, one window full of rain, a first love growing softly without knowing its own name. We never reached the ending before the daylight went, but I have carried every unfinished chapter that we spent. Not every story needs an end to leave its meaning true. Some close between two pages and remain a part of you. The Sunday afternoon we read the same book, still opens in my memory with one familiar look. One story between us, one window full of rain, a first love written gently where no ending can erase. We never reach the final page, yet I understand the sweetest chapter of my youth was reading close at hand. Reading close at hand. That Sunday afternoon. The snow had covered every step before the morning bell. I opened up the the front door and could hardly trust myself. You stood beneath the porch light with your scarf around your chin, holding 2 warm cups of cocoa and a shy, uncertain grin. You said the buses might be late, so we should walk instead. The cold made clouds around us while the sky turned softly red. The winter morning you waited outside my door made the frozen little world feel warmer than before. Your footprints crossed the silence, your hands were turning blue, but you had crossed the neighborhood just to walk with me to school. The snow fell slow, the whole street disappeared, and first love felt like someone choosing to be near. We shared one pair of mittens when you gave your left to me, and laughed each time our footsteps lost their rhythm in the street. At school we shook the snow away and went to separate rooms, but all day long my heart still smelled of cocoa and perfume. I never asked how early you had risen in the cold. Some kindness is too precious for a younger heart to hold. The winter morning you waited outside my door made the frozen little world feel warmer than before. Your footprints crossed the silence, your hands were turning blue, but you had crossed the neighborhood just to walk with me to school. The snow fell slow, the whole street disappeared, and first love felt like someone choosing to be near. Many winters followed, many roads were lost in white, but none have held the warmth of seeing you beneath that light. The winter morning you waited outside my door still warms the quiet places winter opens once more. Your footprints crossed the silence and taught my heart to see that love can be as simple as a walk through snow with me. The snow fell slow, but one truth still appears. First love is someone waiting through the cold and through the years. Through the years outside my door.